Hey, I'm Rigged. Welcome to the first devlog for my game Executioner. From the footage you're seeing, you're probably already thinking this game is quite small and simple, and you'd be right. I'm finally taking the advice I should have listened to from the very start. I'm starting small. I've recently tried making two games. One was a story-driven third-person game that I kind of got working, but there was no real gameplay. And the second was a multiplayer horror game. It's like a mix of Phasmophobia and Among Us with some over-the-top graphics and some weird looking masks that I made in Blender in like 5 minutes. Neither of them really got past the prototype stage, and I've left them for dead now. This game is a much simpler idea. It takes the base of a multiplayer horror game, makes it a lot less horror-y, and adds in demons and the ability to ruin friendships. Now, what does that mean? Well, basically, you and your friends can join up into a lobby, and in this game you're inside of an abandoned facility, and you need to restore the power to get out by doing some tasks. Nice and easy, but one of your friends gets possessed. This person becomes what I'm calling the demon. This player has to try and kill all the other players without being caught. It sounds kind of like some other games that have gotten pretty popular recently, but bear with me. If one player suspects another player of being the demon, they can gather the group and they get to discuss who they think the demon is. Difference here is that no one gets to vote as such. Instead, it's all up to one person who is called the Executioner. Their job is to listen to everyone's discussion and make the final call on who gets eliminated or executed. This leads to some different ways to play the game, like the demon could be found out by simply trying to gain the Executioner's trust. Anyway, that's the basis of the game. Here's what I've made so far. So, here we can see the player character that I created. Now, it's not much, I'm not an artist. I spent most of my time making 3D models, so that's what this 2D avatar is based off of. I hooked up some little animations that I spent like 5 minutes on into the animator, and I got this little pack off the asset store that it had like these little castle walls, but I adapted them. Basically, I stole them and I changed the meaning behind them. Oh well, you know, it's fine. I got a camera working and I got the player movement working, as you can see here, and I finished the entire map. So in the top right you can see those backrooms. They're important later, probably in the next devlog. And here are the tasks I made. So this is the plug. You can just grab this little thing and plug it in and it will close. We got the laptop, click the button, does this. I've reworked all of this UI by now, but I just don't have recordings of it. And finally we have the keypad. This is the basics of everything I've done. Later on today or tomorrow I'm going to be adding the multiplayer, which will be a much bigger fleshed out video. But this is a nice little introduction to what the game is, what it's going to be. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I appreciate them all. If you want to keep track of the game and its progress, click subscribe and I will see you in a few days.